Hey Flosstube, it's Kerry and Stitches. It's Friday the 29th of October and welcome to my Autumn WIP parade. I hope you're doing really well and I've had a good stitchy week since I last saw you. Today I'm going to do a WIP parade and also show what my plans to start for the rest of the year are and my new year new start. So I've got 19 WIPs and 8 planned starts, so settle in, it could be a long one, grab your coffee and what have you. If we get into any interruptions of people in the house, either we might edit it out, we might not. I've chosen to record this at lunchtime during the kids' week break from school, so you know, I yelled up the stairs, I'm recording a video. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to insert some photographs of some of the things and I'll explain whether it's going to be a picture as I go along, just because there are some things I haven't worked on since the last time that you saw a WIP parade from me, which really was my longest day sale. I guess is the last time, you know, you can call it a WIP parade. So let's just jump into it. Welcome if you're a new viewer, welcome back if you are a returning viewer. You know the drill, click the like, subscribe, leave me a comment and all that good stuff. So here we have Black Work Lady by Lesley Teare. Well, actually she's Black Work Angel, so that's what she should look like, but minus the wings on the border because I'm just not doing them. There we go, so there she is. So last time you saw her in a WIP parade, I'll preface this by saying, whenever I say the last time you saw her, I mean in a WIP parade, because obviously you probably saw her a couple of weeks ago. I did the blue and the black here. She's had her, I finished the sleeve and then started the circlet of flowers. Oh, and put her feet on. So she turns 3 in 12 days and I'm determined to get her finished. So I think I worked it out with my daily 30. If I can finish the flowers on a daily 30, and with the rest of the zombie running to do for this month, and a daily 30 for a week, we'll finish the flowers, which will just leave her head, and all the beading. So it's going to be a push, but we're going to give it a jolly good try. You should have seen pictures. Next up, Monkey Wrench by Ink Circles. Oh, Black Work Lady, 32 count Jodyri Designs in Burns Night with a conversion from gold to blue, which is PTB 72. Ink Circles, Monkey Wrench. Started on the 29th of February 2020. Oh yeah. I like this design, which is why I'm stitching it. As you can see, it's kind of got a turquoise and a beige, and then the kind of browny one here I brightened up to a purple, and then the mid brown in the middle where the words are on the little bird, and some of the smaller little motifs here I left as a brown. So that's my colour palette. These are all silks for you. And the 2 browns, they dyed especially for me, which was very nice of them. Project bag is one that Shirl of Trunkle Stitches made me. Oh, let's put the WIP back in it, or show you it. So this is 40 count Fairy Forest by Crafty Kitten in the UK. It's, yeah, that's probably fairly true, and that's where we're at with that. So last time you saw it, I think I just had the pictures in the corner. If I move over, picture in the corner, I think it was just this bit at the top. So I've achieved quite a lot this year. She was a WIP Go piece, but she is kind of the one, because I find the 40 count a bit of a battle, and in order to make her not giant, 40 count was the best fabric for it. So I'm just kind of going with it and going, okay, it's fine. So I'll whip go next year for her. Yeah. Okay, next up in my lovely Christine bag is, I nearly said monkey wrench again, Cardinal Points. You've all seen this one. Cardinal Points once again started for the long dog leap day sale. Words, Kerry, words. Stitched in the called for gassed before the great gas shortage of 2020, which still seems to be going on. I'm glad that was kitted up. Although I did have to buy wood smoke, because apparently I haven't bought that, bizarrely. Wood smoke or wood trail? One or the other. Wood something. Anyway. When you last saw her, she looked like this. And that's where she started this year at. So, which was 700 stitches. And she went into my zombie run for daily 30 and has ended up there. So that is page 1 and page 4 complete, or except for the personalisation box. And then I've had a good start on page 2. So my goal is to finish page 2 by the end of the year. I've changed the dog colours because I'm going to have them represent the dogs that we had at home. So, not that it looks anything like a spaniel, but that's Samuel Spaniel. So there we go. Cardinal Points by Long Dog Samplers on a 36 count Zweigart Ivory. So, looking really good. Really pleased with how that's looking. My minder is from Gina's Unique Boutique and was gifted to me by Christine, along with the bag and the pattern. Next up, so that is the last of those 3 are the only ones that were in my whip parade a year ago. So I think that's pretty good going. Yeah, so now we move on to, basically these were what in my last whip parade, proper whip parade from 2020, were the ones I'm going to start these. And I did start some of these. Well, not all of them, but you know, the next 1, 2, 3, next 5, 4 maybe. Anyway, this is Thankful String by Lizzie Kate. I've got them all to do here, apart from the cat and dog. Not a cat and dog string person. I've done Buzzy, I've done Christmas. There it is. So I am about from there, definitely a quarter done, probably edging to a third. Yeah, probably edging towards a third done. So I'd really like to get these done this year, and then do a couple next year. So there we go. It's my own conversion. Bit of this and a bit of that, because that's how I do conversions. Some of it's called for, some of it isn't. It is what it is. 32 count Star Sapphire. I think I said that. Next up, in a project bag made by me. That's going to be a sentence you don't hear very often. Is Blue Flower Quilting Bee. And thanks to Sharon's influence, it's all tangled up. I'm stitching this on a 32 count Bacchus by Chromatic Alchemy. Let me just pop on my part threads. Well, they're not part threads, but they're part needles. There we go. That's where we're at. I haven't really done a lot on this. I haven't had this out since the longest day sale, and she's the other one on my whip go that I kind of go, I haven't got time for this. So will be a priority next year, because as I say, 5th oldest whip, so there we go. then that's been stitched in the called for threads. I'm tidying up as I go along because it's too much not to. In a bag made for me by Daphne. I'm trying to think if Daphne's got a different name everywhere else. I don't think it's Daphne Metzger. And this is Home for the Holidays stockings. It ain't that one. Oh no, I bet the chart's on my clipboard. So it's this stocking here. So I did the first one, and there's 5 of them in here, and I'm working my way through them. So nothing added since last time. Yeah. So all I did on the longest day was that bit there. So I genuinely in my mind felt I was through the letters, or nearly through the letters. So that I want to get this done this year. That's going to be a big push. You're going to see a lot of that in December. And I've done my own conversion. Similar colours. It's basically 3 shades of red. Sorry for banging the table there. Okay, what's in here? Spot sampler. This is by Amanda Butler for Cross Stitch magazine. Oh, that is the full thing. That's the full thing. This is one of the others I saw and went, I really like that. I really want to stitch that. And then the ever wise Dawn Frosty X Stitch said to me, but if you don't kit it up, you're not going to. And she was absolutely right. So I kitted it up and I did start it. And this is stitched on 32 count Midas by Chromatic Alchemy. Oh. And I've not picked it up since the longest days, so. But I really love this. Once again, another focus for next year. But don't hold me to all these things I'm saying a focus for next year. Don't hold me to this, because by the time I get to do my plans video at the end of December, things may change. Oh, in a bag made for me by Helen D. Okay, Funky Menagerie in a Not Enough Whip Bags bag. Lovely Sarah. If I forget to say where a bag's from, it's probably because it's a Sarah bag or it's clearly a shop bought one. So Funky Menagerie, you last saw it here. And I'm just going to look on the iPad where that was. Which is now locked. Okay. Okay, so basically this was a four-part sale by Lindy Stitches started sort of 31st of December I think actually. So when you last saw it, I had a picture in the screen. Let's just go with the picture. It's going to be easier. Not a very clear one, but there we go. This is almost done. This is about 250 stitches to go, but we'll ignore the fact that there's a counting error in that border, so nobody will notice. So there we are. After falling out with it for so long, I had a real big push on it this month, and I'm really glad to be nearing a finish on it now. So that definitely will be done this year. Okay, next up in a bag made for me by Shannon Crafts, because she's changed her name. I keep forgetting that. She was Stitchy Shannon 85. This is Well Rounded by Hands On Design. And my intention of doing, I was going to go 3 years and I was going to do 1 1/4. I'm rubbish with part work, I really am. I'm just one of these people that has great plans to do a calendar. You know, we all know what happened with the Flippets. So I do that as well. And you know, so I've got one done. So that's the one I've got done, which is one of the winter ones. And then I made a start on One of the summer ones. Yes, big start. And I have fabric in here for autumn and winter as well. And some of the threads, not all of the threads. So, but it is all DMC, so I can just grab it from the master set as needed. I'm not saying this will be a finish next year, but it's one that I'd like to have. Let's say one full set of the ornaments, like the spring, summer, autumn, winter. Right then. Oh, no, that is right. Next up is, oh, actually technically it's this one. Let's go with this one. I've realised my dates are on the way on this. Is the stockings from Cross Stitcher magazine, and I have one left. I think last time we saw it, June. I pretty much kept up with these little ones. They were from Cross Stitcher magazine last Christmas, designed by Cheryl McKinnon of Tiny Modernist, and I loved them. There's not been one that I've gone, oh no, love them. So I mean, they're just so sweet and cute and tiny, and use up scraps, except I really don't like. One thing I have decided this year, I don't like stitching on opal fabrics, so I think I've got like 2 in my stash left now. My only exception seems to be when it's just the plain white Zweigart opal. I can deal with that, but any hand dyed ones are a bit kind of like, eh, don't like this. There we go, it's a start. So it'll come out sometime November, December probably, to finish that one off. So next up, this is the one I started at the start of the year and went, these are going to be super quick. There's so little, you know, there's literally like 250 cross stitches in these, and then a load of back stitch, and I was like, yeah, these are going to be super quick, done in a day, going to be brilliant. Yeah, famous last words, Kerry. I mean, you can see, I mean, that's the kind of numbers of colours for each one. I don't have any cover photos. I have a random bit of card. Now, these are on 20 count Vintage Country Maker. I think it's 20 count. Oh no, 28 count, sorry. And I'm assuming this is the March one I've started on. I know I've got January and February done. They kind of look like that. There we go. But with lots of backstitch. Except, oh no, it must be the June one, not the February, not March one. Except the June one has hardly any backstitch. That's fantastic. I don't think I've got a picture of any of the finished ones. No, so. And they were supposed to have a little bit of card that you wrapped around threads on them. Kind of like a little thread tag, like a tag with threads on. Which apparently I started making, but they still haven't got them on. That's the one whip that I'm kind of like, I've got January and February done, and FFO, and I'm like, do I abandon them? Do I stick them into the yearly next year for Daily 30? Because I could get them. I really am kind of, I don't know what to do about them. I don't dislike them. I think they're really nice when they're finished. They're just one of those things that take an awful lot longer to stitch than you think they're going to. So, I don't know. I like the designs, I just don't love stitching them. Or maybe it's just because at the time I had 5 series on the go, and maybe that was just too much. So, we will see. Okay, next up, another series, because apparently I'm all about, I like a monthly series. I don't need more monthly series, and I'm on a ban. No monthly series. If you see me near a monthly series next year, slap me. So next up are the Blackbird, I'm not going to get them all out, stockings. And as you know from when I did Stocking September, I actually made really good inroads. And I now have 6 out of 12 completed. Some of which are still here. So November and December. This is the start of the October one. September. Actually, I've got a couple here as well. Are they handy? And these are two of the other ones, and then I actually finished last month, April and February, and I think last time you saw I had these two started and that was it. So plans are for these are to actually, I want to try and get the September stocking finished this year and a start on the March one, which is the next one that I need, because I have done January, which I actually did a year ago, January, February, April, September, October, November, December. So I've kind of got it. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. This bag was made for me by Sam of Crafting Between Stitches. And it doesn't have any charts in it. So I kind of want to get those done yeah. I'm not worried about doing 3 stockings out. As long as I can do 1 stocking out of each one, then I, you know, over time I may go back to them. That's my kind of plan, because there are some in the thing I'm like, I really don't like. Some of them I love every single one of them. The December will likely get all done because I love the December ones. The rest of them, although I have ideas for them, so maybe they will get done. Well, my plan was to put in one of the little boards I've got one of my monthlies on, is to actually screw some cup hooks, can't speak, into the bottom of them and hang the 3 from there. That was my plan. So next up, from March of this year, is Christmas Rose by Blackbird Designs. I started this with Sharon Stitching. And I've stitched an awful lot on this week alone. So even this will be completely new, most of this to you. So, oh, there we go. This is on 32 count Harvest Blush. No, 36 count Harvest Blush by Sparklers. There we go. So last time we saw a picture. So I have stitched, or finished the alphabet, and I've done the border, 2 borders. I've run some of these down a bit. The cardinals I put in last night, and the swaggy doodah. And I even, if I can put a close up of this, excuse that, I thought I don't like the 4-sided stitch, so I decided I would do eyelets, because I'm insane. My rationale for this: I don't want to do 4-sided stitch because it takes too long. You know, then twice as long as cross stitch because you're doing 4. Oh no, I know, let me put in eyelets, which is effectively 8 stitches for every square of chart. Yeah, so let me not stitch something that will take me twice as long to something that will take me 4 times as long. So yes, and they obviously done that one over one. They look beautiful though. I love these. Oh, it might have taken me 3 hours to do 46 eyelets yesterday because it was over one, and I had to unpick one. That was horrible. But you know what? I couldn't be happier with them. Absolutely, like, love them. Love them, love them, love them. And I'm going to put another day in on Christmas Rose today. And this is then probably going to go away till December. I really wanted to get it done this year. It's unlikely now, I think. I think it's a lot more stitching than I actually anticipated. Something I started for a challenge, and I really have got to stop doing this because I don't like doing things like that. So it's that is the watercolour it's based on. It's from a World of Cross Stitch magazine. Don't ask me which one. And that's where I'm at with it. I've got half of it done. There's got a lot of back stitch in it as well. It's got a bit of back stitch, but not a huge amount, just around the outside, and then it just kind of outlines a couple of the colours. Sort of, yeah. So theoretically I should be able to get that done this year. So this is what is left of my Mania starts from this year. I've actually managed to get every single one of them done now, apart from one, which I think is really good going. And the bench up. This is Block Party Birds by Hands On Design. It's the full kit, so I've got the wool and everything. It's 14 count black Ada. Oh, looking for the thing, it's all stuffed in here. With tiny margins, because yeah, so oh, there we are. That's what I got done though. But I love it. I love the colours on the black. I think it's fantastic. So it'll be done next year. And then another Sarah bag. This one was one I won in Daily 30. It's by a company called Petal Pears. Never heard of them, couldn't find them. There we go. Right, another Sarah bag. This is Arranging Coffee, or Coffee Time actually, by Ink Circles. On Dr. Smith's Tonic by Sparklers. And that, so these are all new to the WIP parade. So the Block Party Birds was the last one you saw on the longest day. Well, it wasn't the last one for the longest day, but it's the last one from that section. There we go. So that's where I'm at with it, with the needle dangling. So let's just put the needle somewhere safe. And I'm stitching it in the Call for Colours, I think. Yeah, this Call for Colours. That lobster is a fantastic lobster claw. Oh, it's a gorgeous orange. Got black coffee. So it is. There we go. So that's that one. Jumping to September now. We are Jodyri Bee by Blue Flower. Fantastic Janine McGowan. Stitched in, call for on a 36 count parchment by Sparklers. There we go. Yes, that exciting start. That was just one evening I worked on. And probably just a couple of hundred stitches. And then we have Grace of a Flower. Not enough WIP bags. Grace of a Flower by Hands On Design. What's that? It's getting dark and the clocks haven't even gone back yet. Forward, back, back, pull back. This is on 32 count something or other from Sparklers. Parchment. Did I say that? Now I know where all my needles are going. There we go. I need to do some end stitches and the last row of words. It will be finished this year and it's pretty much in the call for. I think the red's the only one that's not called for, but it's close. Nope. And last but by no means least, started just over 6 weeks ago. Huckleberry Farm by the Blue Flower. There we go. And I'm stitching mine on. I haven't got this in my head yet. 36 count Snowy Skies by Sparklers. And that's where I'm at. Love this. It's coming out. It's looking really good. So I think this is probably, what's the size of this? 252, 229. Yeah, this is now officially my biggest WIP. So, sorry Cardinal Points, you've been bumped. Oh, that's worth knowing actually. It's always something like that in Daily 30. So there we go. So those are all my WIPs. And obviously in a Halloween bag because that was empty. That's how my project bags get sorted. Love to see what I get for my birthday. Whispers. Although hubby's been joking with me, my birthday's next month, that you know I'm going to have a new iron and a mop. So please know he is joking before anybody puts an out, you know, is outraged in the comment. So I have project bags and cross stitch stuff on my list. Right, new starts. New starts. Right, so we've got new starts for this year. Things I need to look at next year. There will be others, but you know, these are plans that I made. And these are in, oh yeah, here comes the rain. It's going to get really dark. Okay, so I was hoping my fabric for this was going to come today so I could show you, but to be honest, with the light how it would have been terrible. This is Autumn Town by Autumn Stitchery. Sharon made me do it. It's pretty much full coverage, except the green is the fabric. So I've got a nice kind of spring green coming. It's called Woodland. There we go. So I'm still trying to get I can't find the Glorianas in the UK and 123's out of stock. So I've got some of the colours together. The rest is DMC, and that's apart from the two Glorianas. So the DMC I'll pull when I get round to it. And the I've ordered a couple of silks from 21st Century Yarns. I've ordered their autumn pack in the hope that it might work. Give it a go. Partly because I wanted to see what they're like first. I've had their cottons from them before, and theirs is a stranded, whereas the silks are single strands one. So I'm just going to see what it's like, and we'll take it from there. So I'm going to start that probably Monday. Next up, I'm going to start for hubby's birthday because he bought me this for Christmas last year. He's a bit of a fan of gnomes. So this is Sliding Gnome by Mill Hill, and it's actually stitched on fabric. It's on a 32 count Star Sapphire. So full kit. I haven't braved sorting the thread out yet. I probably ought to do that. It's going to be a wet and miserable weekend. Maybe I'll make some floss drops. Next up, this is my birthday start. So hashtag birthday bee and Quaker Sal. I wanted to make it quite broad. So stitch on a bee, stitch on a Quaker. I've got options for both. And oh my word, the rain is coming down. I'm glad we had our roof fixed. This is it. This is Quaker Bees, kind of gifted to me by Karen from the when she finished her pasta stash, from the Heart Needle Art. Crikey, I couldn't say it. There we go. And I've actually kitted it up on Ada just because this is fairly bronzed, and I've got two colours because I think I was pulling them from somewhere else. So it's nearly kitted. This is going to hopefully become my travel piece. It's not that big. So that's apparently needs to be in a bag, in a bag, in a bag. Oh, that pile. And then something I've been threatening to start for a long time is Birds of a Feather Summer Home. I think it's slightly, I don't know actually. Have I got a tag for what the fabric is? I can see that I've cut it off something. I probably ought to write it down. Slightly nutty, possibly. It's a Sparklies. I'm going with It's a Sparklies. It's 36 count. Yeah, I haven't pulled any threads because I think I'm just going to pull from wherever, whatever, because there's not much colour, not much words carry. There doesn't seem to be a huge amount of any of the flosses. So my last start for November will be this little Mill Hill kit, which I bought last Christmas. Once again, need to sort it. So this might be a travel one actually as well, just because it's not a huge amount of colour changes. and then I'll just do the beading at home. Not enough whip bag's little pouch. Last but not by no means least, S Ward Little Lad. I was kindly lent this a long time ago, and I've been really bad for not sending it back. I kitted this up this morning just because I'm at that point where I keep going, just get it kitted up and it'll be done. So this is just in raw linen, and actually part of my thing was, I had that green. It's not as bright as that. It really is kind of a darker green, and I was like, is it going to be enough? But it's not as dark as I wanted it to be. But I had that one, which was more the colour I wanted, but just probably not enough. Then I was gifted this one by Heather, and I was like, probably not enough there. And I've also got this soy silk. Yes, it really is raining that heavily. So actually, I kind of have a plan now that I might completely make it my own. It won't be a red sampler. It was never going to be a red sampler, and it may end up kind of being blues and graduated. So I might just do it like that because I can. So even though it's a reproduction, I don't mind. We will see. So that's my plan for that one. Things I'm not doing today include leaving the house. I'll do laps if I have to get some steps in. This was a sale last year from Barbara Anna, Santa Strips. I haven't actually got the cover. It included 4 houses, little like villagey scenes, 4 animals, and like Santa and Mrs. Claus in the middle. And I was a bit kind of like, love the houses, absolutely love the houses. The border's really nice too. I don't know if I've got one that's got a bit of the border. Okay, this is the job, but you can kind of see the layout a bit more there. But I decided I didn't really like the animals. So, quite literally a brainwave that came to me this week. I'm going to stitch the houses as ornaments, and probably Santa and Mrs. Claus. And there's the reindeer one that I did like, because the first 3 were like reindeers and houses, and I was like, oh, I love this. The border's fantastic. And then I kind of went, and then it was like a pig and a rabbit, and I'm like, not so much. So I think I'm just going to stitch them as ornaments. So I pulled out stuff this morning, Harvest Blush from Sparklies, and I'm going to just stitch some ornaments. It's not huge. I forget what the stitch count. There's certainly. Oh, there we go. There's the people. So I've got this one printed out. So. Doesn't say what this block size is. That's fine. Okay. Oh. No. Sorry. Not really being helpful here. 10, 20, 30. Each block's about 40 square, give or take. Give or take 10 stitches here or there. 5 stitches here or there. So I'm going to go with that. So if I've got time and I get everything else done, I might stitch some ornaments, or I just need a break, I might stitch some ornaments. The fabric may well have changed yet. One file. My new year, new start is going to be the Gamer Sale by Pix Stitches. I think that's all I've printed up at the moment. This was a charity stitch organised by Pix Stitch. I'm not sure if you can still get it. Helen D finished hers. It looks amazing. It uses like pretty much half of the DMC range, and I'm stitching it on just some slate grey 20 count, so I can do it over not over one with one strand. So, and I will pull DMC as I go for that. And the last one is a whip that was a Pass the Whip one, or an Adopt a Whip. Now Sharon had adopted this and decided that she probably actually wasn't ever going to stitch it because she just couldn't get on with fabric, which is a Just Now design called Spooky Moon. And she adopted it from somebody else, thinking that she would stitch it on it's fully kitted up with threads that I don't know. Sullivan's? Yes, it's fully kitted up with Sullivan's thread. Trying to see if there's any specialty fibres in it. No, so it's fully kitted up in Sullivan's. And is on Murky. I'm going to say it's the called for, just because of the called for size as well. Not sure what it is. Not sure what the count is. Probably 28 or 32 it will be. And the person started on the bottom up, which will be a new thing for me. I don't tend to start bottom up unless it's like an ornament or something like that. So that's where they're at. So, oh, let me flip the chart round. That's getting on for just under half done. Although there are some random bits where there's like, yeah, like here where the yellow border's not been crossed, and like it'll be like an odd colour missed out. There's, yeah, the ghosts on the witchy row. So I think part of the reason why I haven't picked this up to do yet, even though we're in October and everything, is partly because I need to go through and sort out all the things that I want to finish all the things that need to be finished first, and then I can kind of go, okay, and I'm starting from here. So, but I really like it. I'm not a huge Halloween stitcher, as you know, but this is cute. So, and the person who did stitch it had stitched it all in the same way that I stitched. So, and I actually think that top spider moon bit at the top, that would make a really, really cute little ornament. So that's that. So next year I really must get to this and put it into my WIP things. I don't count it as a WIP at the moment. Until I put my first stitch into it, I'm not counting it as a WIP. So that's that. There we go. WIP parade plan starts, and we will see how well I get on. By my count, I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things I want to get done by the end of the year. Christmas angel, brilliant. Yeah, that's if I have to abandon everything else that I'm stitching on to finish it, that is what I'm doing. She will be done. Thankful stream, because I think it'll be a nice palette cleanser to just do a nice little easy Lizzie Kate. And to be honest, they take 4 to 5 days to do. Why haven't I finished it? Stocking 2, My Heart is Home. Not as much stitched on that as I thought I had. It's gonna, I really want to get that done this year. My plan is to do one a year. That was my kind of always my plan for those, one a year, not to do, I'm not going to try and bust them all out. Funky Menagerie, I've got 250 stitches left. Might be 350 stitches left. Whatever it isn't much. I think it's 250. I need to get that done. That shouldn't be a problem. That's an evening stitching. I put it away with that little, because I'd hit that point where I was like, I can't work on it anymore. I've done 2,700 stitches in it this month. So I kind of hit that point. I've got to put it away. 2021 calendar, not a problem. Again, you get that done in an evening or so. Christmas rose. I've not done as much as I want, although Sharon and I both said we'll both try and work on ours towards Christmas. She's a bit further along than I am though, so we'll just have to see. Little butterfly kit, because it's one of those silly whips that just needs to be gone. And Grace of a Flower, again, it's got about 150-200 stitches left in it. It's not a lot, so that needs to be done. So those are the ones I really want to get done this year. And then priorities for 2021. And I said I want to get page finish on Cardinal Points too. So priorities for 2022. Cardinal Points. If I started this year with 700 stitches in it, and I've almost got 3 page finishes, can I finish it next year? I don't know. Maybe we'll see. So I might kind of extend that and say, so if it's, and try and get it done by February 2023. So maybe. Quilting Bee, it's priority. Spot sampler, again. Well-rounded, I'd like 4 out of 12. 2020 month series, done or UFO'd. It's one or the other. Monthly stockings, I'd like to get the final 6 done. 2, 3, yeah, I think it's 6. What's that? Did I say? March, April. So May, June, July, August, half of October. So 5 to start, 1 to finish. So doable, I think so. Block Party Bush should be able to do an arranging coffee. Doesn't call to me as much as I thought it would. I love it. You know, I can't wait to get on the wall in our kitchen, but it doesn't call to me as much as I thought it would, so I can see that one lasting a little bit longer. Jodyri, I'd quite like to get that done. And Huck Farm, oh, that's not going to get done next year. Huck Farm's going to be a 3 or 4 year project. I'm happy to. So hopefully by this time next year, you won't see a lot of these. So it's unlikely to be so. 1, 2, 3. Chances are you're still going to see, I reckon, 4 or 5 of these this time next year. We will see. So until next time, friends, thanks very much for watching my WIP parade. I hope you liked what you saw. I think my projects really are kind of a broad spectrum of things. Yeah, I don't know what words carry. Yeah, so I think it's fairly a broad spectrum of bits and pieces in various states of startedness. If there's anything that I haven't said, fabric or threads or, you know, whatever, just drop me. I didn't say who the designer or something was. Just drop me a message down below. As I said, some will have pictures, some won't. Their pictures aren't great quality, I will say that, because I've taken screenshots from various videos and cropped them. So, because you don't need to keep seeing my mug in the corner as well. Right, I am. What's the time? Perhaps 2. I am going to go and do housey things. So until next time, friends, take care and have a great stitchy fortnight. I shall be back next week with a regular update. So take care, friends, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.